Yes. Let me step down for a minute. I know you people are probably wondering, what the heck is she jumping around for? You set my little old butt behind down before I fall down. Now I feel great. Well, what is the excitement? Well, standing up for rights. All of the protests for things. Then, of course, the thing about the Breonna Taylor protests everywhere. Injustices everywhere. When I defeated the government entity in regards to legal housing discrimination and injustice, lawsuits in regards to the case, how I defeated the government entity, housing discrimination, everything, everywhere, protests, everywhere, everybody standing up for their rights. Wouldn't that be a good thing? As many know, I am Denise Newton Fitzpatrick, an advocate for equality. I usually introduce myself: fighter for civil rights, advocate for the mentally ill and the homeless, regards housing discrimination, advocate. Well, the reason I'm jumping around and all of that, jumping around, hey, whatever, yeah. The reason for that is because me and Julian's new talk show, live talk show, is coming. Yay! And we want you to be a part of it. Whether you're in Washington, New York, Ohio, Indiana, whatever state that you are in. We'll name all 50 states, but everyone is welcome to participate. What does that mean? 3 categories. Either you will interview people as they tell their stories of different types of injustices, or you will be interviewed and tell your story of injustices that you've experienced in the past, that you want to make known, that you are experiencing now, or that you're experiencing now. Or you can just be a participant to listen and ask questions if you like. As we expose injustices to the world, as we stand up, speak out, because silence don't work. Well, when I think about different things that are going on, look at my little table over here. I got this little table over here of little things that just gonna make my little video here. I hope to make it a little cute. As I stand up, speak out, and expose injustice from A to Z. That is what I do it. So don't get it twisted. Do not get it twisted. Know that we are serious about illegal actions against others. Don't get it twisted. We're serious. We are serious about what we do. Not because somebody said we should do it, but because it's in our hearts. And when we stand up and speak out, it is because it's in our love for people. We don't need a flashlight to go out looking for people that are victims of different types of illegal actions. We don't have to go looking for them with a flashlight. They will find us because we are out there. And we're real. We need you, no matter where you are, to stand up and to speak out with us. You don't have to hide, and we go find you. Because we are now, not only are we on YouTube, but we're on Instagram and Facebook and Twitter as we expose injustices. That is what we do. Not only will you be heard in your interviews, but people will listen and you get feedback. And if you want to be exposed, we hope so, because that's what we do. You will be exposed to YouTube channels of mine because that is what we do as advocates for injustices, not for injustices. We hate injustices, especially illegal housing discrimination, racism. Those are the top two that we hate. We need you to watch for our talk show as we bring people in that want to be exposed, or they want to listen, or be interviewed, or interview others. We hate injustices again. People should look at people and not race in regard to racism. And when people commit crimes, police brutality and so forth, we want them to be convicted. Because what somebody does wrong, they must answer. They need to be convicted. We need you to join us as we expose these injustices. And as we stand up and help others that do that. So don't get caught in the web of doing nothing, but thinking that you just done wrong. Oh well. Don't get caught up in that web, because you have a right to be heard. Again, silence does nothing. You have a right to be heard, because you have civil rights. Either speak up, shut up, or get out. What does it mean, or get out? Well, if you aren't going to stand up or let us stand up for you, then you might as well be comfortable with people and be quiet and be comfortable with people running over you, or get out. Get out of what? Get out of the habit of talking about it and not want it exposed. I believe that when you look at yourself in the mirror, I believe most of you will find a good person. Deep down, when you look at yourself in the mirror, illegal injustices is not who you are that is comfortable with it, because when you look at yourself in the mirror, you want to be treated right. I think about the injustices against these people, Breonna Taylor. I think about how Black Lives Matter is standing up. We all should stand up for our rights. I truly believe that one of the best ways to expose housing discrimination and other injustices is to talk out. Don't let it like, just go home and feel hurt and sad and depressed and stressed out because you're just somewhere being silent. Silence hurts you and others. That is why it says, stand up, speak out. I think about this photo right here. When people discriminate and do all manners of evil, as we see every day, they're not like this. They're not silent foxes or silent wolves. They're vicious. They're not like this. They're not like that. They are not like this. Hello. They are vicious beasts, vicious animals. Because when we don't care about others, we're not peaceful animals. Vicious. They're vicious. So you don't have to be mistreated and go home and just sit back and wallow in your bed at home and say, Calgon, take me away. Calgon, take me away. Oh, take me away, Calgon. And feel sorry for yourself. There are people that will listen to you. And that is what me and my son's talk show is all about. Because we again expose injustices. We don't just say, oh, be quiet, don't tell nobody, be scared, go home and let Calgon take you away. That isn't the answer. Calgon is not going to take you away. So might as well put down the Calgon, because just talking amongst each other is just like this. It's cheap change. Here's a quarter, another quarter, pennies and dimes all here. You hear them? Talk. That's cheap. It's just not even $1. Let me see. 75, 85, 95. That's probably $1.05 right here. Cheap change. Talk amongst just yourself is cheap change. So know that our talk show, we wanted to have a big amount of people. There'll be polls to get different opinions about different things that we'll talk about, different types of injustices. And people will be encouraged to read the polls and give us their opinions, feedback. You see, what's going on in the times that we are living in? People need, they may not want to admit it, but they need one another. We are made to need and help one another. So I think back and I look at, this is where the government lost their case against us. This is where we won. When I think about the newspaper, as I showed earlier, we hoped that by standing up, we were helping someone else. And people came to me after that and said, thank you, because being a voice has helped someone else. Our talk show is to help someone else. To know that you don't have to be mistreated or whatever injustices are against you and think no one cares. Lots of people don't. But lots of people do. You just have to stand up and speak out. Before I go, I want to say something else. There is help for people that will listen to our, or come to our talk show that has been mistreated in all forms of injustices against them. We're one of them. We're two of them. Me and my son. We know about homelessness, housing discrimination, the stigma systematic ugliness. But there is help for you. There is help for us. But we have to stand up, share it, say it, open up your mouth, and then know that somebody cares about you. This plant right here has no breath in it. It just can sit and look pretty. I can match it with curtains and rugs to make it look pretty. But if we don't speak out, we are just like this plant, sitting somewhere, looking pretty. No breath in it, just a plant. Nothing, just there. Just sitting there. You can look at it all day long. You can put it in the living room or the bedroom, and you can put whatever you want to do with it. It's just going to set because it's got no life. But you, victim of injustice, you have life in you. Breath, the mouth, arms, eyes. You don't have to just sit somewhere and be mistreated. Tenants. I hear people all the time, they call me, email me. I don't put all that on public social media. It wouldn't be right, unless they want me to, with their opinion. It'd be right. But they've got to let me know I want it exposed. Well, I want you and your story of injustices to be exposed. Tenants, you don't have to sit back and let your landlord collect money. And you sit back like this plant. It's there. You don't have to be evicted anymore either. You can defeat a government entity too. Share your stories of injustices by participating in our group. Not group. I have some groups on Facebook. One of my main ones is Victims of Housing Discrimination. And I try to encourage people. They join, but I try to encourage them to join in, speak out, say you would. So what I'm saying today is I want you 1, 2, 3 categories. I want you, and I'm going to be posting the time for the new talk show, first discussion. It's going to be everywhere for you know what day and time. Keep checking my Facebook page. And I want you to know that the people that participate, again, you aren't just going to be talking. People are going to listen. People that are in positions or come to be in positions to help you. If you just watch the show, participate, you don't have to talk. Like I said, you don't have to talk. I'll talk for you. And if you don't want that, keep listening, because you just might become comfortable enough to tell us your story. Again, I am Denise. Don't be like this plant. Don't be like the plant, okay? You see the plant? Oh, I can move it around. I can do this and I can do that, and I can do all this other stuff to it. But without my breath in my body, life, the plant is just there. Okay, there it is, just there. So, I am Denise Newton Fitzpatrick, as many know. I've got no fear in my body of imperfect man. Okay. I, as many know, am an advocate for equality. I got love in my heart. I might not be perfect, me and my son, far from it. No one is but two spirits. But I've got love in my heart for you. I've got love in my heart for you. I believe in standing up for not just me and my son, but for you. This is Patrick, advocate for equality, fighter for civil rights, advocate for the mentally ill and also the homeless in regards to illegal housing discrimination, an author to be, a thrift store that I have not opened yet, and I've had all the permissions and all the documents for a long time, haven't opened it yet. Where all the majority of the proceeds will go to benefit victims of illegal housing discrimination. I am a motivational speaker in training because sometimes I get all tangled up. I am inviting businesses to join in with the talk show. Advertise your businesses with me on my talk show, my son's talk show. Be there for us. Advertise what you do as a way of showing that you care about us. Because when you advertise your business on the talk show, because this talk show is going YouTube and all of that on my channel, we'll be advertising for you. In return, you could use your services to help us in small ways, such as digital marketing, video creation, event planners. Advertise what you do with us, and then plan some of our events, scratching our back, and we'll scratch yours. Together, let's show love for others, regardless of color. Have a good day, and thanks for listening. It was a little long. A lot of them won't be as long, but I welcome you. I welcome you. Subscribe to my YouTube channels under the name Denise Newton Fitzpatrick. They're coming along. They're not that great right now, but they're getting there. Subscribe. That's going to help somebody else. And us. Everyone helping one another. Bye-bye.